Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello everyone, welcome back to this course on circular economy for sustainable buildings. So we have been seeing how we can use eco-sensitive accessories for smaller houses, not like a large housing but small houses, and today we will look at the second part of it. So today we will see eco-sensitive accessories for smaller houses and the holistic applications along with the examples. Now in this class we will first see about smart lighting system as a continuation of the previous class. This time we will look at lighting system. So first is creating activity based preset lighting levels. What happens is each push button on a keypad can be programmed to set the intensity level of a predetermined group of lights, and this is called as the lighting scene. So it helps us with task lighting. What I mean by that is, if the task there is to actually read a book, you can preset the lighting level to read the book, the illumination required to read the book. Suppose it is for a watchmaker. So the light level that a watchmaker requires is very different. So you can change that lighting level or preset that lighting level. Also, say for example, a morning button on a kitchen keypad can brighten the under cabinet lights to 50% and the fixture over the island counter of a kitchen that can be reduced and made up to 30%. So, in this manner, depending upon the activity that would happen in say a kitchen area, you can alter the lighting levels. A cleaning button can raise every light to full intensity because you need to actually see whether the utensils are cleaned properly and you may require more lighting levels. So, based on the mood that you want to create, you can also change the lighting level. For example, it's a very official, in kitchen there is nothing official, but I'm just saying in case you want a very sober kind of a lighting, you can change the quality of lighting. If you want a romantic button, you can change it to it. Suppose it is a kitchen, it's a small house for a DJ and he's hosting a party. So, I mean, he's not going to have a big house. A single person whose function, whose occupation is of a DJ, he can change and have mood lighting. Say he can play the music and people could dance mildly, having a little bit of snacks on the island kitchen, and he can fix the mood lighting for it. Second, we will look at is the automation element. So, smart lighting system can set lights at the perfect level when you arrive home from work. It can adjust the lights automatically based on conditions like say the time of the day. Suppose you come in the afternoon to have your lunch and you want light. It will decide whether you want light or not. And if at all you want light, what is the intensity of light? Then it looks at occupancy, number of people in that room, and even the location of your smartphone, so that it knows where actually you are sitting and focuses more light in that particular place. So, how the smart light bulbs work is, they use technology which is related to either a gadget called smart assistant, which you all are aware, and you could also require a Wi-Fi. So, based on your voice command, the light bulb will get switched on, or you can use a smartphone app, and with the app you can control the switching on of light. For example, if you have smart LED bulbs, this can offer customizable colors and brightness controllable via a app. If you have energy efficient LED bulbs, then that can be controlled through mobile app for varying lighting levels like dimming or brightening. Or you can have versatile smart bulbs with customizable colors and controllable through a smartphone. Then the third thing that a smart lighting system does, which I had already hinted, is setting the mood. Now, the biggest trends in home lighting are color and turnable white light. Smart LED bulbs are available that can glow in a rainbow of hues. This is all controlled through mobile apps, which is right at the hand of the user or the controller or the occupant. And then you can also control it through keypads or even over voice commands. These LED bulbs will adjust their color temperature and brightness levels to mimic daylight patterns. And this can have a huge impact on the look and feel of the rooms. So, these LED bulbs, they can be controlled through three things. One is mobile app, keypads, or through voice control. So, primarily these are the three ways in which you can control this. Now, more important is, because of using these, it's not just convenience, because we are looking at energy savings. You can save between 25 to 80% of energy can be saved as compared to traditional incandescents. Now, dimming a light by 25%, if you dim a light by 25%, you can cut electricity cost, by at least 20%. And you can save more on the electricity if you are using an LED, because they also last up to 25% longer. Also, because they last 25 times, or rather up to 25 times longer, and therefore the waste generated also gets reduced. So, you can have different intensities of light and you can have high efficiency of light bulbs that can, you can always identify it with the Energy Star rating system. Also, some advantages are that you can sync these with music, with your security system, with the thermostats, and motorized shading can be integrated as well to completely alter and modify the ambience of the room. Now, this can be easily accomplished by pressing a single button on a keypad or by launching a command on the mobile app or with your own voice as a voice control system. Then, what are these controls that we are talking of? So, switching off the lights in a place where nobody is there, which is not occupied, or when during the availability of glare or during the availability of glare free daylight, this could save up to 50% of your lighting energy. Also, automated lighting controls are available under two broad categories. First is the stand-alone system. So, this stand-alone system works with occupancy sensor or daylight sensor. Even though we have seen occupancy sensors and daylight sensor at great depth, we will quickly see what it is. So, stand-alone systems means these systems will use time switches or photocells to switch lights. Photocells can monitor the level of useful daylight and turn off in rows adjacent to the windows. Whereas, if we see occupancy sensors, which we have seen in greater detail, so these occupancy sensor will sense the presence of people in the space using passive infrared, which we had called as PIR, or ultrasonic motion sensors. The presence of occupants can be detected with the help of these detectors. They can be combined with photocells. These switches are more appropriate when people pass inside the room and keep moving outside, and therefore you don't have to really waste electricity during the time when people are not occupying the rooms. Then these lighting controls. These controls can dim the light when there is plenty of daylight. Such system can save 20 to 60% of energy. The most highly optimized lighting control systems will combine multiple sensors and a logic processor to control the lights. So, based on where the person is sitting, the lighting level will change. Closer to the window, say suppose at a particular time 50% of light level is actually required, and farther away from the window for the same task at the same time 80% light is required, and the furthest point from the window 100% of the total capacity of illumination of the bulb is required. So, the daylight sensor, when you use, this will sense how much light is required, and based on that, the efficiency of the light is scaled up. Also, based on people moving, when nobody is moving, the lights is off because no occupant is detected. Whereas, when someone moves and there is partial entry of or partial movement of a human being within the sensor range, the light will gradually switch on, and when the occupant is completely in the sensor area, the light is switched on completely or full on illumination happens. Then the next is network control systems. So, the second type of control is network control systems. So, a network control system is termed as an intelligent system which uses one or more central computing network to control lighting operational requirement in various places. So, there is a centralized gadget which will control the operation of lights in various areas. The various areas could be all either indoors or outdoors or both, and this can happen through either manual input or programmed or pre-explained input. So, network control systems will respond to changing conditions as per the functional requirement of the building or as per the schedule of activities in a particular space. systems that give more control can be time based. For example, switching off of light during sleeping time. Now, these centralized systems will rely upon dedicated computers to control either the entire building services or at least the lighting part of the building services. In case of building services, a software program controls the various services, say services like lift, fire alarms, lighting, air conditioning and other equipment, uses information from transducers and sensors which are located in various parts of the building. Then the third type of control is the shading control. Now, building occupants can open and close the window shades or blinds to adjust to light levels in a space. Motorized shades and blinds can be controlled by timers, brightness sensors or some other inputs. For example, these can close the blinds or shades at sunset along the western wall because glare and intensity of harsh light is maximum along the west during sunset time. So, shading control can also be part of a larger system to maximize visual comfort with minimum energy use, and that is what is our target. Then the next thing we will see is accessories in habitable spaces like living and bedroom accessories. So, we can look at accessories which are environment friendly, eco friendly and so on. For example, we can use bamboo because bamboo is 100% biodegradable, it is antibacterial and it is eco friendly because bamboo is a type of grass and it is a renewable source of building material. So, this eco-friendly material can be used for making various things such as bedding, furnitures, the contraption into which the lighting fixture can be placed. It can be used for making bathroom mats, for making home accessories and so many other things. The second material which can be used in small homes is jute because jute is an efficient renewable material source just like bamboo, and jute also has various advantages that it can absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen much faster than trees. It's commonly used for rugs and storage baskets. The third material which you can use is cork. Now, cork is actually made from the bark of a tree which is called as Quercus suber. So, it is a highly renewable and eco-friendly resource because it is actually the bark, you just have to take out the bark. It has its applications in various areas like building ceiling plans, in acoustic walls because it is a very good acoustic materials, also in home accessories and also cork flooring. As a composite material, you can have cork also integrated in the flooring. Fourth is hemp. Now, hemp has low carbon emissions on its own and it can capture carbon emissions from the atmosphere. So, actually it can help in being a very carbon neutral interior. It can be used in rugs, curtains, bedding, etc. Then there are certain upcoming building materials such as vegan leather. So, it actually mimics leather, but it is not a animal based leather. So this can be made from natural resources like pineapple leaves, apple peels, or even cork, and it looks almost like leather. Then you can have ceramic as a material. So ceramic is generally made from clay and earth elements along with some powders and water. And this can be everlasting because it has undergone baking at high temperatures. So there's nothing that can destroy it other than actually breaking it. If it falls down with a force and it is broken, that's the only way you can damage it, and it can last a lifetime, and it is one of the most natural materials that can be used in home interiors. So for interiors we can use bamboo in various ways, like here you have a bamboo light pendant. We can use jute, like here you can see a jute mat as part of the interiors. Cork can be used as planter boxes. Hemp can also be used as a rug apart from the other materials that we saw. Vegan leather can be used for upholstery of interiors, and ceramic can be used for various vase elements like beautifying the interiors. You can use ceramic, which is earth friendly and almost long lasting, to the extent we never know when it can perish, because we still find ceramic remains or baked clay remains of Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Greek civilization, and Roman civilization, etc. So it's that long lasting. Then where all can we use? We can use these in, say, eco wool fiber or down or feather wrap. This can be around thin natural latex core for pillars and bolsters. Then we can have natural fiber or recycled content fiber for the covering of furnitures or sheets. We can also have eco wool wrap as part of the bedding. The bedding can be made out of natural latex. The cushions can be made of natural latex, whereas we can have the entire furniture made up of, say, dried kiln hardwood frame. We can also have natural jute wrap and dust cover between the hardwood frame and the natural latex seat cushions. So, the eco-friendly upholstery materials can be food grade polyethylene, which is a recyclable plastic and alternative for upholstery. We can have wool, which is a very natural material got from sheep. So, it's natural and biodegradable option. Also, it is very durable. Then we can have natural fibers like cotton, and it's a widely used material which is breathable fabric that can be organic. Hemp is another material that can be used because it's a strong material, eco-friendly material, and it requires less water even to grow hemp. Bamboo is another material that can be used because it is fast growing, it's a sustainable grass which can be turned into soft fabric. You also have these days bamboo fiber fabric, like saris can be bamboo fiber, and we can use the bamboo fiber cloth for upholstery. So these eco-friendly furnitures, they avoid a lot of harsh products and the use of dangerous chemicals. The production process of the textiles used in the upholstery can follow manufacturing standards, and you can limit the use of toxic bleaches or dyes and colors or any chemical additives. It is also beneficial for people who have allergies or who have extremely sensitive skin. So these kind of eco-sensitive fabrics is very helpful for such people also. Then we will see the other aspect. So since many of the eco-friendly pieces are made with organic, recycled materials, natural woods, we can decrease the risk of having allergic reactions to foreign plastics or chemicals. Also, this is going to push us towards greater sustainability because most pieces are made from renewable energy sources, which means, say for example, wood. This is often harvested and replenished with sustainable forest farms. Now, next we will see paint and flooring. So, VOC paints and flooring are very harmful to the environment. We should try as far as possible to use eco-friendly alternatives for flooring. So, for flooring options, bamboo is a good alternative. Ceramic tiles is a good alternative, as we saw that ceramic lasts forever and ceramic tiles can take a lot of battering also. Or we can have hardwood flooring. However, for a carpeted floor, you should opt for a all natural carpet. So, all natural carpets will be made of natural fibers such as hemp or jute or coir and so on. You should always avoid carpets which are made using benzene, formaldehyde, p-dichlorobenzene and xylene, because these are all very harmful chemicals. There is something called the Carpet and Rug Institute, CRI, the Carpet and Rug Institute. They have a Green Label Plus program, and it's an excellent certification which will ensure that carpets and adhesives will meet high standards for indoor air quality. Some of the most common solvents used for dry carpet cleaning have very high amounts of butoxyl ethanol. Now, butoxyl ethanol is a very dangerous chemical because it can affect liver and kidneys. Hence, we must shift to organic carpet cleaners. So, having a carpet is one. Having a carpet which is made up of natural fiber is one of our prerogative or priority when we move towards sustainable interiors and sustainable architecture. But also, the chemicals which are used for cleaning the carpet should be nature friendly and should not be made of harsh chemicals. Besides, pre-finished solid flooring that includes wood, whatever may be your local wood, it may be neem or padak or oak or maple, walnut, whatever it may be, based on where you are located. Now, the commitment to environmentally friendly sound manufacturing process and usage must be followed. So, we should not try to get a beech species or a walnut species in a hot and humid climate, where that is not the natural wood or natural tree that goes in that particular place. So, you should be very clear about the nature of carpet that you have and also the material that is used for cleaning these carpets. The air purifying paint is another thing. So, your paints should be eco-friendly. Actually, I run a course called building materials as a cornerstone to sustainability. In that, I have dealt in detail about what are eco-friendly paints too. So, you have milk paints, paints which do not have any harmful chemicals in them and have absolutely no VOC, volatile organic compounds. They don't have any of this. So, we should try to move towards paints which have enhanced VOC filtering technology. So, what will happen is when you use such paints, it will absorb the risky VOCs and other pollutants all year round. Then, we will see what are the other ways or small things what we do, how that can also save energy and electricity. So, first is unplugging. Now, this is something we never do. We do not switch off the no electrical discharge point once we remove our phone from charging. Don't do that. First is unplugging. So, we must always unplug appliances when not in use. Many of our appliances sit idle during the day, especially when we are at work or away from home. So, it is important that we unplug them and keep them from sucking up any power when they are not in use. For example, if you have a computer, now the computer may be in a sleep mode, but if there is any disturbance to the keyboard, automatically the computer gets switched on, so because of which energy is required. It's a waste because actually you are not going to use the computer, it is just by mistake that the keyboard got shaken. Second is smart power strips. So, printers, DVD players, computers, plasma TV are all examples of products with standby modes that make them convenient to use but suck significant power when they are on a sly mode. So, smart power strip on the other hand work to reduce your power usage by shutting down power to products that get into standby mode. So, there is no wastage of power in the standby mode also. Then you can have smart strips which come with color coded, say you can have red or blue or white, color coded control outlet. So, the blue outlet is the control outlet and all the white outlets are connected to it. But if you plug your television into the blue outlet and all those other accessory into the white ones, the smart strip will control the accessories based on what the TV is doing. The red outlets are always on, so you could use them for either a TV mode or other device that might need power even when the TV is off. Then important thing is you must shift or go to CFL or LED bulbs, because up to 66% of our home lighting cost can be saved if you replace your old light bulbs. Also, CFL bulbs produce dramatically fewer greenhouse gases. Also, the life of CFL and LED bulbs is very long compared to the regular incandescent lighting, because of which the waste generated also gets reduced significantly. So, in this class, we saw some of these aspects which can be used in small homes in order to conserve resource and move towards a circular economy. So, here we are not only looking at how to reduce consumption of energy, we have also seen what materials can be used in the interiors of building to become eco-friendly. But we are also seeing how to generate less waste and also how to generate eco-friendly waste, in the sense what can be what can decay, what kind of waste comes out when you no longer want to use that particular product. All these things you should keep in mind when you design for circularity. With this, we will stop today's class and we will meet in the next class, which will be the final class for this course, and in that class we will conclude the various contraptions for small houses and also a small recap. With this, I will stop today's class. Thank you.